Let me start by saying that social media is a complete waste of time. It turns you into a stupid person. It fries your dopamine receptors, and you shouldn't be on it unless you're generating revenue from it. Now, with that being said, social media is the business card of today's time. And in order to make money from your social media, you need to take this off your social media. Now look, I've made over 7 figures online in my business with just one digital product doing a little over 900K. So I know a little something about working social media instead of having it work you. And it's only gonna take me about 5 minutes to break down these 4 things that you need to take off your social media profile. So if you don't have 5 minutes to spare, then by all means, go waste some time on social media and watch that cat video and wonder why things aren't working for you on social media. But the first of the 4 things that you need to take off your social media profile, starting with your profile pic, is that you don't want to have some cool looking profile pic. So that cool picture that is so cool to you and only you, delete it. Take that off and change it to a regular, nice headshot. Think about it. Why is your favorite creator and any other entrepreneur that's having success on social media, why do they all have clean, clear headshots just showing their face and not that cool profile picture where you're surfing or where you're riding a camel or something like that? I classify people in 2 categories: entrepreneurs and civilians. Everybody that's not an entrepreneur, I classify them as a civilian. So if you are thinking business and if you're thinking as an entrepreneur, you don't need to be using social media like civilians do. There's a reason why successful entrepreneurs or any successful creator that you see has a clear headshot, because they want to be recognizable. You want somebody to be able to recognize that it is you as soon as they get to your page, right? Any of my social media channels, including this YouTube channel, which I don't classify YouTube as social media. So any of the advice that I'm giving here, it does not count as YouTube because that's not social media. But anything dealing with me and Aston CEO, my profile is a clear headshot to whereas you know what I look like, so you can start to recognize who I am and who Aston CEO is. Plus, just look at me. Like, why would I not want to show this handsome face all over the internet world? Little known fact about me, I was voted the most handsome man in the Western Hemisphere. They're holding the competition in 2028. For the most handsome man in the Eastern Hemisphere. I have entered into that competition. I'm going to be competing because I need to let the world know that I'm the most handsome man in the world. So all those people in Africa and Europe and Russia and Australia, Asia, I'm coming for your most handsome guy. I want that spot. So anything that you think is so super cool as a picture for your profile picture, delete. Your profile picture needs to be basic, boring, clear headshot of yourself, which leads in to number 2, your bio. You need to have an optimized bio that is optimized for conversions and that is optimized for either sales or leads. Right, think about this. Your bio on your social media profiles, it is valuable real estate. And a lot of people are wasting that valuable real estate with a bunch of BS and more stuff that they think is cool. So again, those cool sayings that is only cool to you or that only mean something to you, or those mysterious cool things that you're like, oh, people gonna think I'm so mysterious, or they're gonna have to put together what this little phrase means that only I know what this phrase means. Delete. Anything cool sayings, cool quotes, cool stuff that actually may even mean something to you and has a meaning. The world does not know what this means. I guess I could have just titled this, anything that you think is cool, delete it from your social media. But like I said, your bio on your social media profile, that is very, very valuable real estate, and you don't have that much space in order to let somebody instantly know what it is that you do. So in your bio on the first line, it should always state, the first line, should always state the what, and the what is what it is that you actually do. And also, while you're optimizing your bio, do your best to keep everything on one line. You don't want to have sentences run over from one line and then go into the next line, if possible. Like I said, this is valuable real estate, and we need to optimize every single character that we have on each one of those lines in the bio of our profile. So the first line should cover the what it is that you actually do. What I always advise people to put is just how you help people. I help X do Y by Z. Simple. First line. If you don't have enough characters to put the I help X do Y by Z, where the X is the who, the Y is the what, and the Z is the how, simply eliminate the Z and put I help X do Y. Let people know what it is that you do, and let people know how it is that you can actually help them on the first line. There should never be anybody that comes or lands on your social media profile where they cannot instantly know what it is that you do. Entrepreneur, business mind, entrepreneur, not civilian. We're not just using this social media for shits and giggles. We ain't just using this social media just to waste time. We're using this social media to garner traffic to our products, to garner traffic to our business, and convert that traffic into customers. Also, in your bio, you want to tell people what is actually in the link in your bio. Where a lot of entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs are dropping the ball miserably is that they just have a link in their bio, but they're not telling anybody in the actual bio on what is in the actual link. You cannot assume that people just know what it is that you have available. So what I always do is on the third line, for example, if I'm on Instagram or TikTok, or maybe TikTok doesn't give you as many characters, so I may put this like on the second line, but I let people know what is actually in the link that's in my bio. Grab my blah, 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 and I have maybe an emoji or arrow pointing down. Learn blah, blah, blah to do blah, blah, blah. Have the emoji or arrow pointing down to the actual link. Join my blah, 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 arrow pointing down. Online, and anything that you ever do online, especially on social media, you have to give people call to actions and let them know where stuff is. You cannot just assume that people know. And especially if you're working on growing an actual audience, it's always going to be new people day by day, week by week, month by month, quarter by quarter, year by year that is becoming aware of you. And all of these new people, you need to be able to instantly show them who you are, what it is that you do, and let them know what it is that you actually have available. And there's a reason why I have these three lines here, because most social media platforms, like I said, this real estate of the bio is so valuable, but they don't give you that many characters and that much space there, because these platforms, they're not meant for people to just read bios, right? They're meant to see the content that is on the actual page. But I had this three lines here because a lot of times what a lot of people don't realize is that the more that you put in your bio to fill up all of the available characters, it doesn't show everything to somebody that lands on your profile. So what I mean by this is, if I was on Instagram, for example, and I filled up every single character that they had, but I did not separate this by three lines. Like I said, I usually keep everything on three lines and have a complete thought, a complete separate thought, or a complete separate message that I want a new person or somebody that lands on my profile to see. I have that complete thought each on one separate line, because if I bunch those all together, or I have more than three lines, what's going to happen is that there's going to become a drop down that I have like click to see more, something like that, or a little arrow that says more. So people will have to click that and then look down to read the whole rest of your profile. And nobody on social media is going to do that. And with that, the most important on directing or giving a call to action or letting somebody know what actually is in the link in your bio, they're not going to see that because it's going to be in the drop down. So that's why I keep everything on 3 lines, especially on Instagram, on 3 lines, and I have a complete thought on each separate line, a complete separate thought or a complete separate sentence or a complete separate message on each separate line. But with this link in the bio, which leads to the third thing that you need to delete from your social media, multiple links in your bio, delete them. All of that link tree, there's so many different softwares that you can use to put multiple links, right? A confused customer is no customer. People, they have multiple links, or they use like a link tree or something to put 5, 7, 10, 12 separate links in their bio. Just have one. Condense everything. Keep it simple. Simple scales and fancy fails. Plus, these people that have all these different links in their bio, why would somebody go through if they don't even know what every single one of them is? People are expecting prospective customers or prospective leads to not know what all these products are and to just click each actual individual link and just be like, okay, I'm gonna read about this and see what they got here. Oh, I'm gonna see what they got here. Oh, I'm gonna see what they got here. No, in your link in your bio, have your one core offer and that's it. Or your one core product and that's it. And if you do have multiple products, what you wanna do is you want to put all of those multiple products in a sales funnel. If you're not familiar with what a sales funnel is, you funnel all of your traffic into this core offering. This is the one link that's going to be in your bio, and then all of your other products will be available within your actual sales funnel, but nobody sees these products until they've purchased your core offer. So all the traffic that you're directing to the link in your bio, they only see one product. They only see one core offering. They don't get confused. They don't have to have so many choices on something to buy. They know what it is to buy. Then once you get them into your ecosystem, or once you get them inside your system, and system is an acronym, SYSTEM, system stands for saving yourself time, energy, and money. Once you get them into your sales funnel, that system will start working for you, and then they'll see all the other products that you have available after they've already committed to making a purchase because they bought your one core offering. And the great science about this and why this works so well is because it's basic human psychology. The easiest time to sell something to somebody is immediately after they purchase something. Have you never went into Target, for example, and went there with 2 things on your mind that you were going to purchase, but walked out with 8 or 9? Last time that I went to Target to get Martinelli's apple juice, some beard oil, soap, and deodorant. I walked out with Martinelli's apple juice, beard oil, soap, deodorant, actually this Dragon Ball Z tee, 3 t-shirts, a pair of sweats, some Kettle Brand salt and vinegar chips, cherries, and some Altoid mints. Because they had me in their funnel. And this is how this works online, and this is how really people are making money off of their digital products, especially a low ticket digital product like some quick digital download or ebook or something like that. They come in for one core product. They know that they want that one thing that is in the link in your bio. Then they see all the other options that you have behind the core offering. It's no different than IKEA, right? IKEA. Multi-billion-dollar business. IKEA, right? The furniture store. I don't know if you've ever been into IKEA, but think about IKEA. When you walk into IKEA forces you to see every single product that they have available before they let you out of the store. And there's only one direction that you can walk in IKEA in order to get out, to get to the exit. They show you every single thing that they have available, but they funnel you into the entrance first. This is the same thing that you need to be doing with your digital products online. You funnel all that traffic to just that core offering, but once they get that and once they make that commitment to that, then you show everybody whatever else that you have to see while they're in your funnel, while they're in your system. And they can't get out of it until they get to the last product. Then they get to the thank you page. Also, with these multiple links in your bios, it mind boggles me how people will be on one social media platform and then they're advertising their other social media platforms in that link in the bio. What? Why would you do that? Just think about this logically for a second. If I'm Instagram and my main competitor is TikTok, and I see that you have a TikTok link in your link in the bio, why would I want to show any of your followers or anybody on that app your content? Because you're trying to pull people off of my app and off of my business and put them on to somebody else's app and on to somebody else's business. It don't make no sense. And here's something that you really, really, really need to understand about audience. Audience does not travel. People will not come from your Instagram and go follow you on TikTok. People will not come from your TikTok and go follow you over on Instagram. Audience doesn't travel. That's why you'll see somebody with a huge Instagram following with no YouTube subscribers, or a huge Instagram following with no TikTok followers, or vice versa. But the only audience that actually does travel is a YouTube audience. That's why I say YouTube trumps all, but YouTube's not social media. So I'm not really gonna talk about YouTube now, but I'm just letting you know, and something that I wish that I did years ago was take my YouTube serious, because I see now the power of YouTube, and YouTube trumps all. People will follow you or subscribe to you on your YouTube channel, and then they will travel to your other social media platforms just to see a little bit about you. Or if you're truly adding value to people, they'll go check out your Instagram. They'll go check out your TikTok. They'll DM you and say like, hey man, I love your YouTube videos. The only audience that does travel is YouTube. That's why you will see people with big YouTube followings typically have nice sized audiences on social media platforms, because you build a better connection with the audience on YouTube, and they want to deepen that connection and know more about you. And then they'll go and they'll find you on your social media platforms, even without you giving them a call to action, just because they're curious. But in your link in your bio, don't complicate with choices. Give them one option, give them one decision to make. And if you want to sell other products behind that, put those in the sales funnel and have those other funnels on the back end. Remember this, amateurs make money on the front end, experts make money on the back end. And if you want to advertise different stuff or whatnot, maybe from time to time, put it in your stories. But always just have one thing, one core offering in your link in your bio, which leads to the fourth thing that you need to delete off your social media is a pretty grid. Delete. I re-emphasize. Anything that you just think is so cool or looks super cool, delete. Keep it simple. For the life of me, I can never understand people how they're like, use these third-party apps and whatnot to have their grid or their profile look all nice and artsy and cute and get no engagement, because that's not how social media works. Think about it, when you grab your phone and you log on social media, have you ever, in the everness of everdom, ever looked at somebody's whole profile, the whole grid, and said, you know what? That grid looks amazing. That grid is so cute. I love how they just have this, and it's like the whole grid forms a whole picture. No, when you hop on social media, you're scrolling your timeline and you're just seeing pictures or videos just pop up. Nobody's looking at what your actual grid on your page looks like. So people that have this stuff, or they have these ideas and these strategies on this one color for this grid on their profile, or they want this whole big picture, every single video that they post on their grid is going to form some whole big picture if somebody just looks at their whole profile. That's why they're not getting any engagement. That's why they're not getting any traffic to their actual products or any leads that could turn into conversions of sales for customers. Because when you just post that half of a flower petal to form the whole flower, if somebody sees your whole grid, guess what somebody's seeing when they grab their phone and they open their social media? They're seeing a half of a flower petal. They're like, what is this? And just scroll past it. Then guess what the social media algorithms think? Oh, nobody likes this post, so we're not going to show any of this stuff to anybody. And give value on each and every single one of your posts. It doesn't matter what your whole page looks like. It matters what that individual post looks like. And it really doesn't even matter what that individual post looks like. What matters is the value of the content in that individual post. Always post value content that is epic. And epic is an acronym where the E stands for entertaining. The P stands for personalized. The I stands for irrefutable. And the C stands for clear. But if you just delete these 4 things from your social media, that's how you can get numbers coming in online in your business, like all them that you see on the screen right now. So if you're ready to make more working less from stuff that you already know online with a digital product, go ahead and click the link down in the description and join the It's Crowded at the Top community. For weekly coaching from myself, all of my exclusive trainings, plus a private community of entrepreneurs, all designed to grow your business online. It's only $47 a month to join right now. That's less than a cup of coffee per day. So click the link down in the description if you want to tap in, and I'll see you on our coaching call this Wednesday. But think about this, and remember, I always classify people either as civilians or entrepreneurs. And you need to think and use your social media as a business owner, as an entrepreneur. Become a producer versus a consumer. And you use social media instead of letting social media use you, and realize and understand that your social media is your business card. Social media is the business card of today's day and age, and it can generate a lot of business for you and a lot of revenue if you work it. Don't let it work you. So go ahead and click the link down in the description if you want to tap into the community, and I'll see you on our coaching call this Wednesday. And go ahead and check out this video right here on how you can leverage this social media now that you have it optimized and generate at least 6 figures online in your business with $0 out of pocket. No ads at all. It's Crowded at the Top.